get a 1 in the chat? Can I get a 1 in the chat, please? Minutes. You don't know what until you let Hell no. All right, peace, world, peace. Welcome back to Goddess Dawn Speaks, aka the $1 trillion goddess, aka the queen of info, baby. I'm back and I'm live, and we talking about the same old shit. To be honest, I'm getting bored with this topic. It's too much, and at the same time, not enough. Like, I want answers. Where's Tony Busby? Somebody go get him off of his vacation or whatever the hell he's doing. Tell him to come face the music, okay? So let's get into some things. But before we do, I want to thank everybody for being here, especially in the chat. Y'all know you special. The chosen ones, the warriors. Yes, I see you, Wild Wayne. Beautiful spirit. Definitely see y'all. Miss Ashanti Faye, UK Faye is in the building. Yes, so good to see y'all. And I thank you. Miss Sunshine to you. I see you as well. Trying to not to miss anyone. All right. And if you are in the bushes, what up? If you're in the replay, hey now, hey. Leave me a message. Let me know you popped in. We're going to talk about, let's get into Jamie Foxx first. Story. You know, of course, TMZ is going to get the real, okay? You know, we've been talking about Jamie Foxx and how there was an altercation where glass was said to be thrown at him, where he had to go get stitches, and on his 57th birthday. Like, who wants to do anything of any of that on your 57th birthday? You at a fancy restaurant, Beverly Hills, one of the most fancy. Ain't nobody just walking into Mr. Chow because you have a taste for it. You got to have credentials to get up in that bitch, or a long-term reservation. Okay, so we get the details. Let me get into it. And this is from TMZ. just to show you what they talking about. They said that a laser penis pointer. I don't even know if YouTube cares about the word penis. People were trying to skip around the word penis. I heard a couple other people talking about this. But it was a laser penis pointer, and it sparked the dinner altercation. And the beef was actually with the Jackass crew. I don't know if you guys remember the Jackass movies. And you know, this is what happened. They said, of all things, a phallic laser pointer is at the center of Jamie Foxx's birthday dinner dispute. And turns out his beef was with folks from the Jackass franchise's production company. Multiple sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ that Jamie got upset during the night out at Mr. Chow's in Beverly Hills when someone from a private party in the upstairs VIP area pointed a laser at his table, projecting the image of a penis. How disrespectful is that? And this is coming from me, not TMZ. I'm saying this man, I'm gonna get more into the story, but I'm pretty sure his children are there. And not to say, one of them is grown, but it doesn't matter. Why would you do that to Jamie? Okay. It says, we're told Jamie was particularly upset because his kids were at the table, see, and he felt the image was disturbing. So he walked upstairs to the VIP room and asked the folks up there to cut it out, making it clear he didn't find their joke funny. Our sources say the VIP room was rented out Friday by Dick House Productions, which is owned and operated by Johnny Knoxville, Jeff Tremaine, and Spike Jonze of Jackass fame. These are their pictures here. This picture is from 2013. So this is more than a decade ago. But it says, we're told none of the Jackass stars were there at the holiday party. Instead, the group included crew members who worked for the production company. I mean, have they even put out anything recently? They all up in the VIP at Mr. Chow, and it wasn't even the stars. The production crew gets the VIP treatment like that. It says one person who was at Jamie's birthday celebration tells TMZ Jamie had about 50 people at his table, and they're geared at celebrating his second chance at life after his stroke. Right, it wasn't just his 57th birthday. This was the birthday following his recovery. And 50 people. I don't know who these people were, but I hope Jamie wasn't the only one who went to the hospital, okay? Because let me tell you something. If I had a table of 50 at my birthday party, everybody's going to be in the hospital. If I'm going, everybody is going, okay? We're going to make sure. We're told the folks at the holiday party in the VIP room sent Jamie a drink earlier in the evening, which he accepted but didn't drink. He's not consuming alcohol these days. And the waiter later told Jamie, they're waving at you, wave back. Excuse me? Who the fuck? Excuse my language, y'all, but who the fuck are you to tell me to wave back at somebody? Wow. And the waiter pointed to the VIP section where 12 guys were trying to get his attention. Jamie's dinner guest says the table was confused by the folks from the holiday party laughing during this exchange until they noticed the penis-shaped laser beaming down on their table. The stunt triggered Jamie, we're told. He exclaimed, in front of my daughters? Wow. One sources say Jamie, along with some friends, went up to the VIP to ask the guys why they did it. So he went upstairs with some friends. I wonder how many friends he took out of the 50. And who was it that he took up there? It says that when they did go up there, things escalated. We're told a Jackass Forever crew member allegedly threw a thick drinking glass, which ended up hitting Jamie in the face and cutting his mouth. Now, how hard would you have to throw a glass at a person with that perfect aim to hit him in the face and cut his mouth? And why are you throwing a glass? Something must have went down way more than what they're saying. Let's see. Let's finish this up. Our sources say Jamie stood there bleeding and said, "It's my birthday. What is wrong with you?" We're told Jamie Foxx quickly left the restaurant to get stitches. I mean, his face card is his business card, right? He has to protect that face. It says now a source connected to the Jackass crew says Jamie had backup with him when he went upstairs, and there was a tense and at times physical standoff between the parties. What did you expect? You are harassing this man, being vulgar. And if any of y'all saw his special, his Netflix special, this man had a whole testimony about how he reconnected with God and how he's trying to turn his life around and live righteously. Okay. But see, the devil is busy. And this is why he posted the devil is busy. It says now, attorney Brian Friedman, who is representing Dick House Productions, of course, tells TMZ, although the crew has great respect for Jamie, the version of events that has been presented is totally inaccurate and deeply unfair to those attending their holiday celebration that night. Why don't you tell us what happened, Brian Friedman? I feel like calling Brian Friedman on the phone, asking him myself, like, where's your statement? Where's the rest of the story? You want to make accusations when it sounds to me like your entitled Caucasian clients took it way too far. They shouldn't have done any of that. The drink, I guess, was a fine gesture. Maybe they got mad because he didn't drink it. The man is not drinking alcohol. And who are you to even bother him at all? It's his birthday dinner. And the man has been through hell and back. Been to hell and back, okay? Lucky to be here. Blessed to be here. Says after Jamie left, we're told the private party continued being aggressive with Jamie's friends. What? So after Jamie went to the hospital, I guess some of the friends were still at the restaurant and they continued messing with them. See, no. Something ain't right with that. It says Mr. Chow's staff eventually called police. So the staff had to call the police on these fools. They were probably drunk, but that's not an excuse. And I'm going to tell you something else. Had it been reversed, if Jamie had been the antagonizing party, the police would have been there already, and Jamie and all of them would have been escorted out of there, and not in a nice way. Jamie wasn't there to speak to cops at the restaurant, but we're told he's since spoken to police about the incident. Good. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ cops have heard from people from the Jackass production company. We're involved, but police have not corroborated that info, and the investigation is just getting underway with no arrests so far. So if Jamie was injured, he talked to police, told them what happened. They talked to the other parties. Why was not someone arrested? Answer me that. Ooh, this kind of stuff burns me up. Burns me up. Let me see what y'all talking about here. Beautiful Spirit. Hey, how do we find out if any of them or CEO is connected to Diddy? The Jackass crew? I don't know. Maybe even Jay. Anything to keep, I don't know. I said that because, I don't know, something tells me they in cahoots on some level. Queen said, yeah, it's racist. Yeah, it's racist. Beautiful Spirit. Why the police wasn't called when it first jumped off? And fuck that waiter for interrupting Jamie and telling him to wave. You don't tell him what to do. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to wave at somebody? Hell out of here. Hell out of my face. Faye said, I feel so sorry for Jamie as if he hasn't been through enough. God bless him. Right. And this is what happens. You get tested when you walk the line of your faith. You get tested. But man, Mr. Chow, who'd have thought? Queen said, Jamie tried to protect his image. He handled it well. Yeah, but his friends didn't have no images to protect. They should have handled that. Guilty. Okay. Queen said the Jackass crew sound like air holes. They sound like jackasses, right? Faye says, sounds like it was a setup. It could have been, right? Like they were expecting him to be. Why would they even have a penis laser pointer on them. What jackasses, so immature. And this was the crew. This wasn't even any of the stars. This was crew people. And my thing is, Jackass has been around for a long time. The franchise. I mean, I don't remember. I wasn't a fan. Never really watched their stuff, but I'm familiar. And for them to still be celebrating a Christmas party in 2024 sounds like they got that money is long, and they're still working on things and doing and having business. And Hollywood has dried up a lot since the pandemic and the strikes, the actors and the writer strike that happened. So for them to still be thriving in that way, it says a lot. And it adds to me the level of entitlement they probably have about themselves, moving around in Hollywood like they big steppers, and probably hating on Jamie, probably hating on the man. Like, how dare a black man have a party of 50 at Mr. Chow? Who does he think he is? Wow. Queen said, lucky crew didn't jump him. He's lucky the crew didn't. You mean the Jackass crew didn't jump Jamie? I mean, I would hope not. If Jamie had a party of 50, I'm talking including his daughters, okay? I'm his grown daughter. I'm getting up in it. Leave my daddy alone. Beautiful spirit. So they intentionally did it. Sounds like it. Faye said the restaurant should be in trouble for allowing that to happen. Right. I would sue them all. Sue them all, Jamie. They were picking with him. Exactly, Queen. He can't have a peaceful date with family, SMH. Right. For them to do that to Jamie Foxx. Sue the restaurant. Exactly. Lucky it wasn't life-threatening. Exactly. It could have been so much worse. What if they would have hit him in his head? Remember, he was in a coma for 20 days. He had to go through rehabilitation just to walk again. And you want to throw a thick glass at this man's face, at his head? Oh, wow. Faye said, I used to watch Jackals back in the day. Queen said, you don't think he was the target? Well, I mean, we won't know that, but I don't know. It sounds like he was the target. Jamie Foxx thing is strange. Rather, the fight was. Yeah, very, very much so. Yeah, I heard about Jaguar. Y'all probably noticed I don't talk about Jaguar a lot over here because it's just so much drama and mess. But I was listening to, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the channel. I've mentioned her before too. Sherelle's World, I think, and her husband Perry is on there with her. Well, apparently Jaguar was on that Sean Atwood's channel and said something to piss them off or piss Sherelle off, and now they got beef. They already had beef with Jaguar, but now apparently Sean Atwood is on their list, honey. And these people, this couple, they have taken many of people to court. And one sounds like she's well versed in the art of YouTube beefing, and she got it out for Sean Atwood now, putting all his business out there about his past criminal, his criminal past, I'll say. But anyway, back to Jamie. So Beautiful Spirit said it takes a lot of cleaning and rinsing to get glass particles out. Ooh, I bet you that hurt. Oh my God, I can't even imagine. What if he got glass in his eyes? Exactly. Getting hit with a bottle is aggravated assault. Ooh, child. I hope Jamie takes them all the way there, wherever this can go. Criminally, I hope he does. And take money, too. Yes, the Jackass crew is Clyde Davis. Clyde Davis or Clive Davis is connected. Okay. Well, so that's the gist. That's what happened with Jamie's situation. Maybe he got another Netflix special on the horizon to talk about this shit right here. This is plenty of material for Jamie. But prayers for Jamie. And, I feel bad for Jamie, too, because people are still saying he's a clone, even after the special. And if you remember in the special, if you watched it, he was adamant. He kept, I can't be a clone if I could do this. And he was singing and dancing and playing the piano. I mean, he was acting a plumb fool up on that stage to protect the fact that he's back and it's me. He's like, it's me. I'm surprised he didn't poke his finger to show some blood coming out that he's human, because people want to say that man is a clone. I mean, I might have been one of those people a while back, but after seeing the special, I'm pretty convinced that Jamie is healed and back and better than ever, honestly. So yeah, praying for Jamie. So I guess we can move on to the next thing, which obviously is going to be the whole Jay Z. I don't know, no Diddy. I don't know Diddy like that. Carter, Sean Corey Carter. We already queued up for this. So Jay Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro, made a statement. I think he even had a private press conference because there was a reporter who said that there was a roundtable where he talked to them. And I guess she was going to go on whatever her platform was today to spill it all out. I haven't found her yet. Again, I forgot what her handle was on X, but let's listen to what his lawyer said and talk about it.
He's upset. He's upset that somebody would be allowed to do this, would make a mockery of the system like this. He's upset that this distracts and dissuades real victims from coming forward. He's upset that his kids and his family have to deal with this. He's upset, and he should be upset.
Will Mr. Carter say anything more specifically about Mr. Combs? He didn't really address him in his statement, but anything since outlets and internet speculation have tried to affiliate them, he didn't really in his statement specifically say anything about any of the allegations.
I mean, Mr. Carter has nothing to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs. They knew each other professionally for a number of years, just like in all professions. People know each other. At the music awards, they support each other. If you go to the NBA All-Star game, they support each other. That's just how professions work. There is no closer association between any of them. That's also a matter of fiction. That's all that there is. He doesn't know anything about the charges or allegations against him. He has nothing to do with that case. And there's nothing more to say.
And there's nothing more to say. Well, the internet had a lot to say, especially on X or Twitter. I'll still call it Twitter. Fuck Elon Musk. And we're going to talk about him too, by the way. So Jay-Z is out here trying to walk back his friendship with Diddy, trying to save his skin. And the thing is that Jay-Z actually has a pattern of doing this with people. You know, if you look back, if you've been around, like I've been around in this hip hop world, you know, he's had plenty of people he's dropped like a hot potato. And Dame Dash, we could start with him. Dame Dash. Remember the guy, Larry Johnson, the ex ball player who came and spoke out and talked about he saw those children at that party and he sat next to to Beyonce and one of the kids sat in between them or whatever. Well, he and Jay-Z used to be. Somebody in my chat at that time when we were talking about that said, Jamie, that Jay-Z cut ties with Larry Johnson because he was continuously getting in trouble for domestic violence things. And hell, I didn't even know Jay-Z knew Larry Johnson, but that's how distant he gets from people. That artist, Emil, who was his first female artist, we ain't never seen or heard from her again after a couple songs. Where's she at? There's just too many examples, honestly, but the internet did its thing. So I'm going to pull up some of these things. Somebody said, now Jay-Z has been besties with Diddy for about 30 years. Kind of illogical to assume his hands are completely clean from Diddy's filth. Right? This is something else I want to talk about. Let's listen to what old Benzino has to say.
Like even the chick, what's her name? Sloan Bella is predicting shit. Like to me, she's a fucking Fed.
Right.
To me, Sloan Bella is the police. Just getting everybody ready. Like they're not like, people think like the enemy's using the internet, you know, against us. And it's just wild to watch everybody just fall into everything they want. Everything that they want happens. And, you know, Jay was smart. I mean, of course he was supposed to go out with his family. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, one thing about Jay, he gonna wear that poker face. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, it's horrible accusations. It's too many of our too many of our great young black men going down. I don't want to see them go down. I hope and pray this shit doesn't go the way that it went for it seems like it's going for everybody else.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's fucked up.
What would you tell Jay Z right now if you could talk to him? You were sitting next to him. What would you tell him?
I would tell him leave Busby alone. I would say stop making it personal with Busby. Stop saying Busby blackmailed. Stop. Just leave him. Leave that. Don't get into that, because what happens is, again, that internet shit. Motherfuckers get mad because they feel like they're embarrassed. That makes them go hard. Like, to me, he shouldn't. To me, leave him alone. Whatever you got on him or whatever it is, don't even say. Just leave. Don't even mention him.
Right.
I wouldn't mention Busby.
There's a lot of people that have their opinions about Jay Z and all stuff like that. When Kanye West says, "Hey, don't send your hitters to me," you think there's any truth to that?
I mean, shit. Listen, one thing about having money, you're gonna have hitters.
Right.
Fucking right. You better.
Exactly. And so this thing goes on for like almost 9 minutes. I ain't here for no 9 minutes of Benzino. I only played this because, obviously he's a problematic motherfucker himself. Excuse my language again. So only reason I played is because he brought up Sloan, and we know Jay Z brought Sloan up in his statement, right? But before we get to Sloan, because I'm bringing her up too, I want to bring up some of these receipts that people have been finding. So let's see. There's this video. Despite Jay Z having his lawyer come out and denounce Diddy in 2016, Diddy and Jay Z joined each other on stage, where Diddy described his close personal relationship with Jay Z. In quotes, it says, "This extended family, you've been there with me through my ups and downs wherever I get." Wherever I get. Now I lost it. Let me go back. Let me just play the video.
This is extended family. You've been there with me through my ups and downs. Whenever I get in trouble, this is the one I call. It's my strategist right here. This is my brother. It's B.I.G's brother. Yes, sir. It's Brooklyn's own Brooklyn.
B.I.G. And I don't know if you guys are tapped into the stuff being said about B.I.G's unaliving, but Jay-Z's name is at the top of the list because he wanted Big out the way so he could take the top spot, which is exactly what ended up happening.
So I appreciate you. He came 5,000 miles away to come here to Brooklyn to represent for B.I.G. Make some noise for her.
So he left a concert, his own tour, on a private jet to come celebrate Big with Diddy.
Can't leave without doing my favorite joint. I want you to tell this motherfucker.
Now, I guess his lawyer would say that that was a business situation. And the thing is, with that excuse, we're talking about the music industry. We're not talking about corporate America where you working 9 to 5 and you off on the weekends and you don't talk to them people till you come back on Monday. We're talking about the music industry. It's incestuous, okay? And also a cesspool. And these people take oaths, many of them blood oaths. And a part of those oaths are silence. Silence is a big part of those oaths. Now, I hear people defending Jay-Z about making this statement, or his lawyer making the statement about Diddy, saying that they were just colleagues. Nobody ever saw them really being friends. Every time you saw them together and pictured together, they were at different events. But what they don't seem to understand is we're not going to see, the public is not going to see the video and pictures of the private moments. A lot of those private moments, the feds now have in hand. And I wouldn't be surprised if Jay-Z is eventually going to get picked up on criminal charges at some point, in my opinion. based on things that are being uncovered. Now, mind you, the government and the RICO case and Diddy's RICO case are still unpacking a lot of the evidence that they have. A lot of it is digital, video, digital, technical, whatever you want to call it. And they said at the time of the hearing where they talked about it, they were having a problem de-encrypting a lot of the stuff. So here's some more stuff though. Let's see.
Beyonce and Jay.
Yeah.
I know that you are pretty close to them.
Yes.
I wonder, have you been able to reach out? Have you been able to say anything to them?
That definitely. It's a big moment for like our whole crew, our whole inner circle, you know.
Inner circle.
Beyonce and Jay.
Yeah.
I know that you are pretty close to them.
Inner circle. Our whole crew. Okay. Here's them together. Okay. Cassie, Diddy, Jay Z, Beyonce. Kim is there because Kanye's probably next to her. Now, Kanye's in Tokyo. Kanye got the clue because remember, he has a couple of lawsuits that came against him in the past couple months. And they have criminal elements to them. Here they are. Remember, Jay, he didn't always have that Basquiat hairdo. Okay, back in the day, he had a clean fade. Look how young Beyonce was then. Here they are yet again. Is that Rihanna? No, I don't think that's Rihanna. It does look like her nose. But the point is that was bullshit. And I guess Alex Spiro is from the world of what we say is law. We got enough resources and connections to cover up what we need to cover up. They probably got people working right now to scrub stuff off the internet. Somebody put a side by side of a picture from the year 2000 to a current 2024 picture. These Negroes grew up together, damn near. Okay. They put Jay Z and P. Diddy have known each other a long time back. It just makes you think how deep Jay Z is in this vile, satanic PDF file ring, and how recently is denying the tape of a 14-year-old, well, I think it was 13, the grape of a 14-year-old after the MTV Music Awards at Radio City Music Hall, Manhattan in 2000. This is the year 2000. And remember, Jay-Z, who was Jay-Z back in the year 2000? I think his first debut, Reasonable Doubt, came out in 96, I believe, which is the year Tupac was unalived and the year before Biggie. Because his actual album, that was a mixtape, came out the year after Biggie passed, I believe, or the same year, 97. But he was introduced to us as a dope dealer, right? The same year Diddy and J-Lo and Shine got into that club shooting incident, Jay-Z also got in trouble for stabbing Rivera, who was at the time, he was in, what was he? I think he owned his own label at the time. Stabbed that man, got arrested, ended up getting 3 years probation. And now today, Rivera is walking back the fact that it was Jay Z that did it. It was witnessed. It happened in a club. Jay Z has also been accused of many things that haven't been proven, but look up Kathy White. There's a lot of things in his past, a lot of patterns. Rihanna and the whole thing about, she was going to sign this contract or go out the window. We kept her in the studio, or I don't know if they were in the actual studio or in an office, but they kept her for hours and hours and hours until she signed that contract. And mind you, she was a teenager. Okay. So I guess we can get to Sloan. So you guys know that Jay Z in his statement, when he first, got added to this lawsuit on that Sunday, he had his statement ready to go. And in that statement, he talked about fake psychics. They say here, Jay Z called out Sloan Bella in the letter. He didn't name her, but talking about fake psychics. These celebrities that pretend to not be on social media lurk the most. Yes, they are so fake. And I believe that too, that these celebrities have troll accounts or fake accounts that they come in here. And there are probably a lot of these people who are windmilling for them. He didn't do it. He's innocent. He wasn't there. It's probably them. Okay. But let's hear. So I'm gonna first play the one he talked about with about Diddy. Okay. Now this is I believe she said this before the arrest, before the raids, before Cassie's lawsuit. Here's what she said.
There's a complete and utter takedown of P. Diddy and his 3 right-hand men, okay? 3. So there's going to be a takedown that comes in with that, and he's going to try to step away. They're not done. And here's another thing I'm being shown. His mouth is being sewn up. So when I see his face, the image I get is the mouth is being sewn up. So he is going to be unable to speak for some reason. I can't talk. I cannot speak for myself anymore. This to me sounds like a losing of faculties, a losing of thought, a losing of thinking. I cannot speak, but it's sewed up around his mouth. That's actually how I'm seeing it. They're going to stitch his mouth shut. When I ask her why his mouth is being sewn up, it's because of his mentors, and they don't want it coming out over here, even though some of them are outing themselves. These are old guys connected to old time, old style Motown. And she's showing me that he's being shut up from outing them or from speaking about them for some reason. So there's a hierarchy going on here, and there's a total takedown of him. He is being sacrificed. So he may think he gets away with stuff. He may think it's cool he does what he does, but now he's the sacrificial lamb. And I do mean that. There's something that comes up with him in March, speaking of the lamb, during the Easter time frame, March, April, right in that time frame. That's why I said lamb. There's something else that's going to come up with him. We are not done.
So she predicted all of that way ahead of time. Now there was I see you guys keep mentioning that slap on the butt, so let me play that for y'all, because I do have that as well. I think it's this one. Well, let me play this one first. This is him and Kim, Diddy and Kim.
There's so many photos out there, but the one of you and Jay Z really stands out to me. What was that moment? Do you remember that time?
Yeah, that was at one of my birthday parties, and I was just telling him I appreciated him coming. He was on tour, and he flew in private after one of his shows just to come to the party, and he had to fly back down. I was just telling him how much I appreciate it, how much I value our friendship. People see us as competitors and different icons in the hip-hop game, but that was a moment of just 2 black brothers telling each other how much they appreciate each other.
And we call that picture a secret society. All we ask is trust.
I like that. I like that. Obviously, this is a really sad time right now, but we're celebrating his life. Your thoughts right now on the situation?
Okay, so you hear what she said. This picture that they showed, she said, all we ask for is trust. Is that what she said? Silence, trust. It's a secret society, she said. Secret society. Why would she even say that? Is my question. I think he looked at her funny too when she said that. Let me fast forward.
Society. Oh, yeah.
Right, let me go back.
And we call that picture a secret society. All we ask is trust.
I like that. I like that. Obviously, this is a really sad time right now, but we're celebrating his life. Your thoughts right now on the situation. Your thoughts right now on the situation and the timing of
society. All we ask is trust.
I like that. I like that. Obviously, this is a really sad time right now, but we're celebrating his life. Your thoughts.
Would not let me pause it on that, but I'm trying to show y'all. Look how he looked at her for saying that. He looked at her like, why you say that? I wonder why she was compelled to say that. That's kind of weird. So I guess that was right around when Michael Jackson passed away. May he rest in peace. Now, this is that video. Now, I did a video on this whole Rock Nation brunch for the Grammys 2017. Now, if y'all look behind Jay Z, he's coming out of this room. You put that thing on him. I don't know what that is, but those are children in that room. Those are children. And those aren't his children. Those are not Jay Z's children or Diddy's children. And I think Beautiful Spirit reminded us of the lady that told us that they dressed those kids up like Harajukus for those parties. I'm thinking they were in there getting ready to get dressed up. So I hope the feds have their hands on this. Okay, here's the
city, nigga. I love New York. Who gonna respect this house?
Yeah, a whole 3 slaps. How many times he slapped him on the butt?
City, nigga. I love New York. Who gonna respect this hustle? Now what you know about that? Hey.
But they didn't know each other. They didn't know each other at all, child. And yeah, I see you guys were saying, yeah, he told Jay Z told Diddy, or vice versa, that he could be the only one to call him by his first name, Sean. Now they're both named Sean, right? So, and that's just crazy. Here he is on with Andy Cohen. Here's another receipt.
As a close friend of Jay Z, what was your reaction to him opening up about his infidelities in the Family Feud video?
Yeah. I mean, that's what music gives you the power to do. And I think that, you know, once you're ready to share it with your fans in the world, then nobody could judge it. You know, they have.
As a close friend of Jay Z, what was your reaction to him opening up about his infidelities in the Family Feud video?
Yeah. I mean, that's what music gives you the power to do. And I think that, you know, once you're ready to share it with your fans in the world, then nobody could judge it.
Nobody could judge it. Once you're ready to share, nobody could judge it. But he called him his close friend. He didn't correct him, did he? No, he didn't. Nope. Somebody said anyone that has followed Jay Z knows Diddy is not and has never even come as close to being in his inner circle of friends. Now, this is one of these people who I say it might be Jay Z himself. The Diddy Jay Z close friendship brotherhood only exists in the minds of a few Jay Z is next idiots, they said. See, it's still people on here trying to deny the obvious. I want to play the next thing that Sloan Bella talks about Jay Z. Sloan Bella has not been wrong yet. And I have grown my gifts. I think everyone has these gifts. But when you have the gift, you have the gift. And when you tapped in, you can hear and see so much. And it's hard for people to believe because a lot of people are so surface. They only believe what they see, touch, feel, and smell. But you got to understand there's a whole invisible world playing out right around you, right in front of you, behind you, underneath you, and above you right now. There's a whole spiritual warfare happening, and this is a part of it. What happens in the unseen plays out in the physical. It's like that is the writer's room. The unseen world is like the writer's room where they write the script and film the scenes. And then the real world is where you see the movie. This is the movie. So that's why I encourage people to meditate and get ahead of what you see in your physical world. You can get ahead of that by going into the unseen through meditation. Okay. If you need help with that, email me. So some of y'all, let me get to some of your comments first before I lose them. You guys, you're out of here. Love you too. Faye said there is definitely totally, I get it. Yep. Close friend. He could have said they were former friends at least. Yeah, he could have been a little more honest about it. Now people are looking at him like, okay, well, you might be guilty. People who didn't think he was guilty are now looking at him like he is guilty because of this statement. Please, respectful. We have a problem. Why did she say that? That was strange. Yeah, Kim, I don't know. She might have been trying to tell us something, you know, because she and herself was in trouble with Diddy. She might have been dropping clues. Diddy is definitely a savage. Jay Z is the only person allowed to call Diddy Sean. If that doesn't say close, I don't know what does. Exactly. Jay Z, thinks we forgot how his image was when he first came out. Mm-hmm. Now I saw you said Ticket did a video today that There's a hearing tomorrow. I already talked about that hearing, y'all. Told y'all it was a hearing on the 18th. And the government successfully opened all the devices. I don't know that that's the case because the joint filing that they submitted the other day said they were still working on it and would have it by the deadline, which is the 31st, which is coming up. You said they got into all the devices today. Okay, I'm gonna have to look in Pacer because I haven't done that in a couple days. Yeah, meditation is amazing. I encourage everybody to tap in. Tap in. That's where God lives, okay? You don't need a third party. You don't need a church building. You know, those things are great, but you can connect directly right there. All right, so let's talk. Let's let Sloan Bella tell us about Jay Z. Let's see. Here we go.
Happening with him
All right, let me see if I can open this up.
energetically.
Where's the beginning? Oh, here we go. Okay.
He speaks. Now, what do I see happening with him energetically? I see the next 3 years. So we are in 2024. This is whatever month this is. This is March, the beginning of 2024. So we are headed for the next 3 years, 25, 26, and 27, with the beginning initial stages of the knockdown when it comes to Jay Z. He is not next in line. He is second to next in line. I get a real kind of focus between him, Chris Brown, and MC Hammer. Okay, so they're kind of all coming around and they're all linked. We know P. Diddy's going down. So, and that was said by his ex-wife, and that video I did last June. But Jay Z is a different story because he's still attached to a hierarchy which encompasses financial, political, and just basically public. So he's not absolutely going to be taken down yet. The next 3 years, yes. There are steps where if he doesn't fall into line, he is going to be shaken up. Now, what I do see 3 years from now, him, his wife, and his kid. I don't know if there's more than one kid. There might be more than one kid. I can't remember with everybody who has kids. But anyway, him, his kid, and his wife, I see them with suitcases. And I literally see them leaving. So their residence will no longer be in the United States. This is what I'm seeing. And this happens by 2027, if not sooner, 2025 through 2027. There is a leaving of the energy here. And there is a flipping of his personality. So what I'm seeing is a complete shift in his personality. So what does that mean? It means that on a representative way, so how I present myself outwardly, this changes. So now I change my tune, put on another mask, and I present myself outwardly in a different fashion. He thinks he can escape by doing that. If I present myself this way, the public will see me this way and nothing will happen to me. Now, he's definitely 100% energetically connected to the different hierarchies on the other side. So this man understands metaphysical principles, occult principles, how to use those principles, and how to move through different layers of energy himself. No questions asked. The reason that he is in the music industry is because of his finely tuned ability to walk a line between what you and I see and where they go, which is different, which is why they have a different lifestyle than us. It's not because they're better or more creative. Understand what you're looking at when you see somebody like Jay Z is somebody who took an opportunity, Saturn in Taurus, okay, retrograde. Somebody who took an opportunity to step out of a comfort zone and into that they thought, and this is a greed level. I want fame. I want success. I want money. It's not just I'm a businessman. And he is using his queen, which is Queen B, Beyonce, to help him maneuver in that fashion. But it's interesting because what I see is the wax is melting on the candle. So that tells me something as I'm saying it, that these two engage in ritual expression involved with fire, candle magic, which is really kind of novice. Like there's higher levels. Candle magic is a novice beginner way to manipulate energy, but I'm seeing them melt like wax candles. So the facade that they both have and that their family has is actually crumbling right now. You will see it within 3 years. There are legal troubles for Jay Z that come up in November, and they come attached to another person. Not a person that you actually think, which would be P. Diddy spilling the beans as he gets dragged into court. No, it's not P. Diddy. It is somebody else.
So I think she goes on and mentions Russell Simmons as well. But I personally feel that it's going to be sooner than later than he and Beyonce skip the country. I'm thinking 2025, if they're not already packing up now, because I believe they see the writing on the wall. And they definitely don't want to end up like Diddy. They'd rather be like Russell Simmons than like Diddy. And they don't care about people talking bad about them. Hey, Juti, you didn't get the notification. I know, YouTube playing funny games. But yeah, you just got to go back into the replay. Yeah, the Daily Mail is really giving them the business, right? I'm going to have to do a separate live with just about that article. But they have actually more than one article, I think. But yeah, so I do see they probably will be packing up because this is not working. This legal stuff they're doing right now, it's not going to hold them down and keep them free. More things are going to come to light because all this public fodder is to create bigger scenarios and situations that they're going to have to face and answer to, because people are going to find the courage now to start speaking up, to start corroborating stories, to be witnesses to other people. That is what this is. That's what is happening currently. And this is what they want to stop. This is why they're threatening lawyers and making a big stink out of Tony Busby instead of the actual victim, is because they're talking to all the lawyers. They're talking to all the lawyers because there's not just Tony Busby. Okay. So thank you for the bells. So she brought up Chris Brown and MC Hammer. I don't know. I haven't seen MC Hammer around in quite some time, but I know Chris Brown is having a time, child. Let me see if I can find the videos that I had saved. I know I saved a couple of videos of him. He had a tour in South Africa.
I can't tell you how honored I am to be here. We at the Breezy Bowl. Now, last night was something real special, but I have to say tonight, y'all tore that up. I wish this night could last forever. But you know how I get out, so it just goes like this.
So I think they said this event it says over 94,000 people in South Africa. And I believe it was a 2-night event, if not more. One of them was 80,000. One was 94,000. Now, mind you, there were some South African women groups protesting this for months ahead of this. And you see what good that did. So Chris Brown is very well favored in South Africa and here in America as well. But when Sloan Bella brought him up, I'm like, I wonder. Now, I'm wondering, where's Trey Songz? Where is Chris Stokes? There's so many people who we've heard of with these allegations. So I'm not sure if these people are captured on any of these tapes or this video digital stuff that the government has, but she's mentioning Chris Brown. Now, Chris Brown might find that he has a new home in South Africa. I don't know if they have an extradition responsibility to us, but Chris, you might want to think about packing up. I can't play the music, but yeah, he had DeVito out there. He's a big deal. Chris Brown is a big deal. I don't care what nobody says. You can hate him all you want to. And he is, has spoken out about the fact that he was only 17 when the thing with Rihanna happened. And he took accountability. So, but I mean, there have been other incidents. We can't say there haven't been. But, he's a grown man now, and hopefully he's changed his ways. But, the piper has to be paid. That's the thing. Karma always comes and knocks. You can't just do stuff to people, especially if you're hurting people, and just get away with it, especially in the age of Aquarius, honey. We are in the age of Aquarius since I believe 2020 was a shift. And the full bloom of the age of Aquarius, we probably won't be here to see in our lifetime. But it's happening. It's happening. Truth, justice, yeah, all of that. It's a flipping of the script. The demons were running the show, and now they're being challenged. And they are fighting. They are fighting. They want to stay at the table. But, yeah, I don't think that's going to work out. All right. So I want to move on to your boy, Elon Musk. Okay. Let me pull up what I have there. I came across this actually kind of right before I went live, but they up to some stuff, child. Okay, so let me start here. Well, I guess we can mention, I haven't talked about Luigi here, but Luigi Maggione, who was arrested for unaliving that CEO of United Healthcare, has officially been charged with the murder of that CEO. They say breaking news, United Healthcare CEO shooting suspect was accused of first-degree unaliving, a charge that has branded him a terrorist. So he is a domestic terrorist at this point, and he has a whole trial ahead of him. Now, Diddy's lawyer, so there's a connection between Diddy's case and this guy's case, because Diddy's lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, is married to his attorney, who I think is the woman in the black skirt or black gauchos, whatever that is she's wearing, black boots with the dark hair. I believe that's his wife. So it's just interesting that she's going to be working on this big case, and he's got Diddy's case. They got money rolling into that household, don't they? But I want to move on to something that I came across. So Reuters has reported that a power outage at SpaceX headquarters caused a loss of ground control for at least an hour during a mission that included the first private spacewalk in history. The first private spacewalk in history. Private spacewalk. Nobody knew about this from what I could tell. Okay. They said the outage raises questions about private space mission disclosures and conflicts of interest at a time when key figures from the sector are poised for prominent positions in the upcoming Trump administration. So yeah, what they're saying is, people have questions about this. Where are the disclosures? And also, these men are about to be a part of the president's cabinet. Why are they running around doing private spacewalks? They're doing weird things. And this is all going along at the time of all these drones and UAP sightings or UFO sightings. And we talked about that more in depth yesterday. You can go back there if you forgot or don't know. And they said the spacewalk was carried out by private astronauts, including Jared Isaacman, who is a fellow billionaire and longtime Musk partner, who is now nominated by President-elect Donald Trump to be administrator of NASA. So he's just giving away these big positions to people who I don't feel are qualified. What does he know about being the administrator of NASA? I mean, he's an astronaut, but that doesn't mean you can be the be a leader in NASA, you know? So, and of course, Elon Musk, don't get me started. And I'm right here on his platform. I have vowed to leave this platform. Somebody texted me to join Blue Sky and Black Sky. So I'm gonna have to look into those. I don't know if you guys are on any of those, but it's just for me, I have enough platforms. So if I do that, I'll definitely have to leave this platform for good, and the other ones that I'm dealing with. The only thing about X or Twitter is that you can find pretty much anything on here, and things that usually you cannot find in other places. Minus TikTok, which is about to go away. So, and I think that's by design. They don't want us to have access to that type of information. So, yeah, what do y'all think? Juti said, oh, you were on Blue Sky and Black Sky? You love it there? Okay, well, thank you for that endorsement. I'm definitely going to check it out. Faye said, this is so weird. Let me come up here. Love, light, peace, and blessings. Yes. Blessings are coming our way for all of us doing what is right. Absolutely. I believe good karma is coming for us, and the bad seeds will get their karma as well. Absolutely. That's the era of truth. If you're on the right side of things, it's gonna be a great day, a great new era. But if you've been doing people dirty and trying to do things in the dark that you thought would never come to light, guess what? Your day is coming. Faye said Elon Musk seems to be up to quite a lot at the minute. That's what I'm manifesting too, Juti. That's what I'm manifesting too. And I was going to remind you of the message from yesterday. Let me see if I still have it handy. Yeah. So I want to wish everybody good tidings, because, it's important that we keep a positive mindset and mind frame and lead with love and move in the right way. Treat people right. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And if you like to be abused, then you need to go get help and go get some therapy. May the last couple of weeks of 2024 be filled with good news, growth, many blessings, new experience, and love, honey. Yeah, all of that. So that's all I got for now. Appreciate y'all. And please like this video, subscribe if you haven't. And until next time, peace.